Well, good morning, lovely friends. This is Brenda. Brenda's Thrifted Decor DIY. Happy Saturday. Ooh, I hope that you all are embarking upon a fun and exciting weekend. I am actually out, you all, this morning. Well, let me tell you the first thing I did this morning, which was, at my church. There's one of the ladies that does exercise classes at my church. And so she had sent me the flyer by text, and I looked at it, and I said, "Oh, you know what? I think I might go this Saturday." So I get up and thinking that it starts at 10 o'clock because I read the flyer wrong. When I get there to the church, the class is actually over because it started at 9 o'clock, from 9 to 10. And I just read the flyer wrong, but I got in there just in time enough for them to do the last part of the stretching, which was pretty good little, it was about 5 minutes. I worked out pretty well, so at least I got something in. But right now, I am literally sitting here in my neighborhood, and there is a yard sale that I'm getting ready to walk upon and see what's going on. I'm going to see if they will let me film some while I'm looking. So we'll see. All right, come along with me, y'all. Let's enjoy this Saturday. That yard sale, I asked the lady if it was okay if I could film, and I tried to explain to her who I am. And it wound up, I never really got a yes or a no from her, but we were chatting and talking and laughing, but I never got a yes from her, so I didn't push it. But I did pick up just a couple little tidbits. Let me just show you. It was a very, very small yard sale, so it probably wouldn't even been worthy of my time trying to film it in the first place. So I did pick up a couple things, very, very small amount. I only spent like $5. So let me show you what I got, okay? So I got this really cute little figurine. And she had $3 on it, but she said she'll let me do it for two. And then they had these disposable carry-out plates, carry-out containers that I keep saying that I was going to find some, because every time I have people at my house and when they take leftovers home, they wind up taking my my plasticware. So here's a little small container here, pack here, and then the larger pack. So I got this one for $1, and then the bigger one was $2. So that was $5 for everything. So I set the figurine here on my accent table here in my family room. I think that's a nice, lovely spot for it. Cute. As I was perusing through my archived videos, particularly of some of my DIY projects, I came across one that I consider to be one of my proudest, because I literally feel like I brought this particular item from rags to riches, and it is none other than this cabinet here that I have created into a coffee station. So let me just give you a little bit of background if you're new to my channel. Some of you that have been around for a while, you're familiar with the story. But I actually found this cabinet on a dump pile. It had been thrown away, and it was placed on a pile where normally is only supposed to be a donation spot for clothing. They had a bin, and unless you can fit stuff in the bin, you were not supposed to leave it. But a lot of times people would just leave furniture and all kinds of stuff anyway. So lo and behold, this cabinet was left on that, I call it the dump pile because that's exactly what it was. It was dumped. I inspected it. I knew right away that it had great bones. And I'm putting up the before picture so you can see what it looked like before. and a couple of pictures of when I was actually working on it to get it in shape. Isn't it just beautiful? This is the inside. And one thing I noticed about it right off the bat, that although it was pretty battered in terms of appearance, the construction of the cabinet itself and the condition was, oh my, it was almost in pristine condition. All of the knobs were in place, the brackets, the doors, everything was in place. I have some coffee cups and some saucers, some other items that I store down here. I painted the inside of the cabinet. I painted the top. The entire thing was a new paint job. I even put on some new knobs. That one was original. I just kind of did a little paint job on that. Not perfect, but it looks better than what it did. And like I said, I just turned it into my coffee station. And this is everything coffee and tea. As you see, I have my teapots. These are all thrift store finds, for one thrift store to the other, perhaps Goodwill, some yard sales, some flea markets. Just a little canister there that I think is so cute. Let me just give you a close up here of this beautiful, I would probably say out of all of them, if I were to pick a favorite, I think this one will be my favorite right here. I just love it. Isn't that pretty? I think my second favorite will be this one. Tell me down in the comment section which one is your, if you like teapots. Now, you may not like teapots, so I'm just saying, if you're a teapot kind of person, which one, first, second, third, or fourth would be one that you truly, truly like. And then I have the little wall hanging there that's over it. Got my little lamp, my tea bags. I have my sugar container, some creamer. I'm a decaf kind of girl when it comes to coffee, so that's pretty much all I buy here at home is decaf. And then I have my Keurig, of course. Just a little decorative plate there on the back. Now, my son built this shelf for me because the cabinet that I had here before, I actually had a coffee station here before with a different cabinet. When I decided to use this one instead and switched it out, the one that I had before, if I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up so you can see it. But it had like a shelf. The cabinet itself had a shelf that went across, and that is where I had all of my teapots on it. So when I switched out and used this shelf, I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my teapots? Because I still want to display them. And I asked my son to actually build this shelf for me. He said, I believe I have a piece of wood here at the house that would be perfect. So he stained it, bought it, came over and installed it for me. And it is perfect. And I like having this coffee station here because, you know, for myself, you know, a nice little area to come over and fix my coffee whenever I do drink it. I'm not an everyday coffee drinker. But the most important thing is when I have company, I like the fact that, you know, people can just, you know, come and just serve themselves. When I have like a prep breakfast, just, you know, serve yourself. Everything's there that you need, if it's tea or coffee. But yeah, this is my Rags to Riches cabinet. I hope that you like it. And I believe this cabinet, I don't know, it looks to me, and the only reason I said that it's a possibility that it's not, but it almost looks like something that Bassett would have made. But typically Bassett will have their name on the inside, but it definitely looks like something by Bassett. I am just thoroughly proud of that little DIY project. It just shows that you can just take nothing and make something out of it. And I hope that you all like it. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Leave your comment for me down in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. And I think what I'm going to do, excuse my windows, you all. I'm in the process of making some decisions about my windows. So excuse those curtains that hanging up there. I'm going to be going to all blinds, but those are just there temporarily so that it gives a little bit of privacy until I get my blinds put up. But my next tour, I want to go through this cabinet with you and just tell you how I came about this cabinet and just give you a very close-up of that. But anyway, you all, that's pretty much wraps up this video for this Saturday. If you like my coffee station, like I said, give me a thumbs up and leave your comment for me down in the comment section. And you all have a blessed rest of your weekend. And I'll see you back again on Tuesday.